class, I will explain what is platform independent in detail. In detail, we will be learning it, which is most important to understand. Most important to understand. So, what is this platform independent and how it is? Okay. So, what do you come in? What do you mean by platform and what do you mean by platform independent? How can we say that it is a platform independent language? What is the platform dependent? There is a lot of discussion I will be discussing in today's class. And this is little complicated in today. Try to understand little careful. Okay. Right. So before entering into that, I would like to ask you, any members in today's class? Any new members in today's class? Any new members? Okay. Four members. In these four members, anybody CSC? In these four members, anybody CSC background? No. MCA background in these four members? Non-technical background. Non-technical. Or already feeded some students. If you raise your hand, sir will ask some questions, something like that. Is anybody feeded like that? No. Okay. Not an issue. Let us move to the further. I am going to discuss what do you mean by platform independent? What is the platform? All those things. Carefully follow, students. Let's start without late. In IT, we have careful. Even though you don't have any knowledge who are attending today, if you carefully follow this class, I'll be showing middle of it some coding segments I will show. And if you carefully follow it, you will understand finally two important points. For that two important points, I'm just going to give this perfectly here. So let's start with the information about platform independent. The students who are attending today, any online students who are in the class, those who are not having coding knowledge also, no issue. Since still coding is not started, coding is going to start in a couple of days. Okay, carefully try to follow. In IT, we have two types of programming languages. Two types of programming languages. They are coming. They are number one. I'm talking about platform dependent languages. Number one, platform dependent languages. Number two, platform independent languages. Platform independent languages. So, two types of programming languages are there. Spell out. Number one, platform dependent languages. Platform independent languages. Here we must understand what do you mean by platform dependent languages? On what basis we can say it is a platform dependent? On what basis we can say platform independent? I'm going to give you much clarity on this area. When you go for an interview point of view, they will ask you the questions in the factors, in the features of it. How can you justify Python is one of the platform independent language? How can you justify C++ are platform dependent? Such a type of justification is required. So I'll be taking here one more type of subheading. I will take it and I'll be saying to you, second one is what? Platform independent. There I will explain in depth of it. After that, I will come to the further. So to understand this, if you listen like your college days, it's not going to come anything for you. You have to carefully listen so that you can understand. So before that, I would like to conclude one important thing. What do you mean by platform? I just want to give you much clarity in this area. Okay. See, students, I can just within 2 minutes, I can make you to understand what is this platform. And in further also that will be continued. A platform is nothing but type of OS being used to run, to execute or to run the applications, or your programs, to run the applications or programs or your projects. OS is compulsory. What is OS? Operating system. So you are wasted. So if you say full form, they are scrap actually. If anybody says full form, they are just waste. You just try to remember. If anybody asks what is HYD, don't say Hyderabad. You tell the specialty of Hyderabad, then you are a good student. If you go on saying that full forms after 21 years, people look at you differently. So if you are a good student, you try to say it's a specialty, it's a subject. Now I am going to tell you what is the meaning of OS. Suppose I'm writing one small program. Yesterday I said two types of memories. Did you remember? What are the two types of memories? Main memory, secondary memory. Our data by default stored in where? Main memory. Is it temporary or permanent? Very good. That temporary data will be processed, stores the data in the main memory only. Results will be stored in the monitor. And whose results to store permanently we use what memory? Secondary memory, which is a permanent memory. So who will allocate this memory services to your program? OS will allocate. So what is the first job of OS? Allocating the memory space to the program. Eating something, stand up. No, don't take inside. Nothing wrong. Don't take inside, ma. Don't take chewing gum, ma. Please don't eat. Try to say something in the class. Okay, please throw it out and come fast. You come. If you eat chewing gum in the class, nothing I will lose. If you go on busy in eating chewing gum, you will get pain here. So first concentrate in the subject. Fast you come. Now here I am going to take up. Here I am going to write it. Whenever I write any program, whenever I write any Python program, for that program, some services will be provided by your OS. Which services are provided? Number one, main memory services are provided. Number one service is provided by what? Main memory service is provided, as well as secondary memory services are provided. RAM is called one hardware component. Hard disk is called one hardware component. And to process your instructions, what is provided? CPU will be provided. That is also called one type of what? Processor is also called one type of component. And the next is called what? Keyboard services will be provided. Monitor services will be provided. All sorts of hardware resources will be provided to your program. As long as your program is executing, my OS is providing the services. That's why OS is supposed to be called as what? Resource allocation manager. What is it? Resource allocation manager we can call. So always OS is going to provide the services to your program, what it needs. Once the program execution completed, OS will give the resources back. That is known as what? Resource deallocation manager also we can call. What it is called? Resource deallocation manager also we can call. Resource deallocation manager also we can call. So what is OS? How do you define the OS? OS is acting as a resource allocation manager as well as resource deallocation manager. Such a type of resources provided by OS, such a type of resources taken back by what? OS. That's why OS is simply called as what? Allocation, and a deallocation manager we can call. In your academics, your teacher might be said that OS is an interface between user and computer, they will say. It is one of the blunder. And there is no grammar, nothing is there. Between a user and a computer, there is a person who is walking on the road. And what is the interface required? No, nothing is required. This is wrong sentences. Grammatical things are not there. So user application you say, that is an important word. Between the user application, that is not between the program of the user and the computer hardware, some resources is required called what? OS. So in your academic definition, it is an interface between the program and what? Computer hardware. It is known as what? OS. Don't try to define your 1947 story. It is an interface between user and computer. There is no grammar in that, first of all. Are you understanding? The professional definition is what? Now I am writing a platform is nothing but type of OS being used to execute or run the applications or programs or projects. So the definition of OS I am writing. Definition of OS I am writing. From today onwards, you try to remember for your clarity of it. OS is one of the software is one of the software. It it provides it provides, come on, it provides what? Resource resources allocations, resources allocation, and what? Deallocation, deallocation manager. Reallocation manager and what? Resource deallocation. Who will provide such type of services? And in other way, you can also say like this. OS acts as what? OS acts as resource allocation manager and a deallocation manager. So I'm going to conclude my sentences. Acts as resource allocation and a deallocation manager. And you're already well aware of it in your academics. OS is an interface between user application and computer hardware. That is called one more definition. If we go to an interview point of view, what is OS? It's my kind advice for everybody. Don't try to give your full form. Already you are gold medalist in your colleges. Don't try to give such a type of answers. What is OS? OS is one of the resources allocation manager and a deallocation manager. That is the topic in today. So what is platform dependent? What is platform independent? So which is the word is coming today? OS is going to come in today's session. Shall we start now? Well, so what is the platform here? Platform is nothing but what? Type of OS being used to execute or run the applications. In order to run my program compulsory, what is required? OS is required. What is the use of OS? Provides resources, and the next, deallocating the resources. It is acting as what? Resource allocation and deallocation manager. Are you able to get my points? Now, look at students. What is the official website of this Python? www.python.org, which is already shown in the class. To look at that, this is a main interface of this PSF, Python Software Foundation. There we are having, if you observe it carefully, Python downloading part I already said to you. And if you look at that about downloads, you say that yesterday while I'm finishing my class, I said this word. The Python software can run on where? Windows OS, can also run on where? Mac OS, can also run on where? Other platforms like Unix. Unix is also one OS. Windows is also one OS. Mac is also one OS. Linux is also one OS. Ubuntu is also one OS. Solar is also one OS. OS by 2 is also one OS. Like that, there are a lot of operating systems are there. On all sorts of operating system, my Python software can execute. So here, if you understand, as you are seeing that the final documentation coming from PSF, the Python software can execute on Windows, can also run on Mac OS, can also run on different type of other platforms also. Hence, Python software is dependent on OS or independent to OS? Independent. Hence, Python language is what? Platform independent. And just by showing you that, I can convince you. But that is not the proper way. They will ask you, okay, I am seeing that on the screen as a documentation wise you are explaining. How can you go for technical aspects? I want to make you to understand the technical aspects in the class. Are you able to get it? So instead of explaining such a technical documentation evidence, it's not correct. If you go for that, majority of the interviewers will satisfy with this explanation, but those who are expecting good programming from you, they will expect still more in your side. That part I am going to explain in carefully, you try to understand. What are the examples of platform dependent languages? I am writing it. C language is one of the platform dependent. C++ is also one of the platform dependent languages. Sir, why they are platform dependent? What is the properties behind that? I'll give you clarity here. When I come to C, the platform independent, Java is one of the platform independent language. Python is also one of the platform independent language. And what is the difference between these two languages and which one is having higher in hand, which one is having more priority? I just want to discuss in the class. So I'm going to start the in detailed technical discussion, and you please carefully listen, and I'm going to start discussing here. One small word I would like to write in the bracket. It is called, okay, instead of writing now, I will make you, why to make you feel tension? I will explain separately to you. Now I will go to which environment? C++ environment, I will explain first. Later I will go to next Java environment. Later I will go to Python environment. Three environments I am discussing. After listening three environments, some questions will come into picture. So let us start with what? C and what? C++ programming language execution environment. Execution environment I am going to talk. This is carefully you need to listen. Actually, like everybody, I can say that documentation evidence, I can show that it is a platform independent finished. But what interviewers ask now is not the way. They will ask this type of expectation. This is going to be what? Java programming execution environment. Finally, I will come to where? Python language execution environment I want to come. This is what is my interest of telling in the class. If we go to an interview, write a program to justify why Python is a highest platform independent degree is providing. Java is also platform independent. Python is also platform independent. But why Python is having upper in hand? Why Python only is top number one ranking language in present industry? Okay, let us go to the C language. First time you are going to enter into this place. And I don't know how many of you know C language. I don't know here. And there's a regularly I'm asking from so many days onwards. Who knows C language here? First day you raised so many hands raised, but today no hands are rising. So, anybody know C language here? Girls, boys, there but not raising. But already you have seen from 3-4 days onwards, etc. Okay, let it be. Now I'm going to introduce. Come on, students. No more discussion. Data types. There is a topic called what? Data types. Spell out once. Right. The data types in Java, C++ available. The data types in Java also available. The data types in Python also available. In C language, what is the use of data types? Same use will be there in Java also. The same use is there in where also? Python also available. Then, sir, what is the use of data types that I am explaining in Python class? In detail, I am explaining, but here also in today, I would like to tell about what is the use of data types in a simple manner. Look at students. I am writing one small example here. What is that example? Try to go for it. I'll take one small paint here. Look at that. Carefully follow. I am writing one simple Python program or some C program I am writing. To the C program, whenever I write the program, we are giving some sort of input. We are giving some sort of input. So this is my C program. It may be C program or it may be C++ program, whatever it might be the program. Whatever it might be the program I am writing. So carefully listen, because I am going to explain for almost 1 hour 20 minutes about to make you to understand two important points. The 2 points are making enlightening your skills like anything. So here I am giving some sort of input. What is the input I am entering here? See that the input I am entering. number of yours, roll number of yours, name of yours, Rosam, Python, father of Python is called Rosam. And I'm entering some value called 45.67 and I'm entering the value called HYD. This is my input I'm entering to the program. Yesterday's class only I said all sorts of values are stored in where? Come on, yesterday only I said all sorts of values are stored in where? Main memory. Did I say that word or not? All sorts of values are stored in where? Main memory. So to store these inputs in main memory, what is required? To store these sorts of values in the main memory, what is required? Memory space must be allocated, right or not? To allocate the memory space, we need what? Data types. To allocate the memory space for my inputs, for number I want to allocate the memory space, for name I want to allocate the memory space, for name I want to allocate the memory space, for marks I want to allocate the memory space, for city I want to allocate the memory space. To allocate the memory space, what do you need? Come on, spell out, don't keep it quiet and calm. What I am entering here, what I am entering here, input. All the inputs are stored in where? Main memory. You need to speak. If you sit like a statue, nothing will come. First speak out some English. What is this now? Input. Stored in where? In a simple manner, whatever I am explaining, that is entered into your brain. So in brain, something is storing. To store these inputs in main memory, what is required? Memory space must be allocated. Memory space must be allocated. That memory space is created by what? Data types. Created by what? Data types. Now I'm going to take memory space is allocated by what? Data types. So to store what? Inputs. To store in inputs in where? Main memory. We use what? Data types. Let me elaborate. Let me extend this font of it. This is the most important point everybody should understand in my class. So did you understand this wording? First of all, students, come on. All sorts of inputs are stored in where? To store the inputs in main memory, what must be allocated? Memory space. Who will allocate the memory space? The most famous concept is called data types. Tell me, what is the use of data types? To store the inputs in where? That's all. What the question is coming in interview? What is the use of data types? What is the use of data types? To store the inputs in the main memory of the computer. Understand? Well, come back to this part of my explanation. What is the use of data types? To store the inputs, in main memory of the computer, by allocating memory space. By allocating what? Memory space. Very good. All of you, for my satisfaction once again, why I'm asking again and again to repeat, to get my new concept. What is the use of data types? To store the inputs in main memory of computer by allocating. Right. Good. So you understand the data types. So nobody raised your hands. How many of you know data types in C language? I don't know, but I will say how many data types are there in C language. You will say 3, 4, 5, something like that. If you learn C language very perfectly, at least 50% if you learn, at least you must know about 16 to 15 data types you must know. But you know what? Int. Next is what? Float. After that, char. Okay, char. Good, char. Next. So coming to this now, next I will write what? Double. Next is called what? That's all. That is your data type. Whatever you like, you are saying that. Boolean is not there. And some students are saying string. These are all called different languages. These are coming. You are mixing everything and saying in the class. It is possible in exams. If you write in the exams, that person who is correcting, he will go out by reading your paper. So Originally, Boolean is not there, string is not there. These are the data types what student knows. But next, if you go for this seriously, what will be there? Long int is there, short int is there, signed int is there, unsigned int is there, signed float is there, unsigned float is there, double float is there, long double is there, long float is there, unsigned signed float, unsigned long float is there. There are 20 data types are there. 20 plus data types are there in C language. But you know how many? Only 4. That too, if I ask any question in inter, you will answer what you will answer. I don't know. I know what you will answer. I know. I will ask you. What is int? Don't tell integer. What is int? That's all. That's all. So people don't know anything else. Perfect. So now I am going to say in C language, I said in the day one of my class, to learn this Python programming, I don't want any of your basic knowledge. I don't want anything from you. Everything I only will take care about it. I just want to cover some sort of what your previous content, just to make you to understand what my class will do, what is your previous content is. Take any student, they will say this one. After that, they know only four. They don't know 16 plus data types. They don't know. Well, if you come to Java data type, it is nowhere else related to you. This is what you are related with. That I'm going to discuss in detail in my class. Since I am not a C programmer here, not a Java programmer, we are in the Python class. Python data types, we are learning like anything where your expertism will come out of it. To work in software field, you must know data types. We'll come to that very shortly. Let me come to the data types. These are. Okay. Please look at students. Here, these are the data types. Under the data types, I'm trying to give you the clarity here. What is the use of data types? Once again, spell out. To store the inputs in the main memory of the computer by allocating memory space. Good. These data types will allocate how much memory space on Windows-based OS. How much memory space will allocate on Windows-based OS. One of the basic OS of Windows-based, I will take it, DOS. DOS-based OS. This is one of the Windows-based OS. Next, one more type of OS, I will take it, Unix-based OS. The same content you can find in any one of the minimum website also. Interdata type. Interdata type is used to store what? Inputs in main memory of the computer by allocating memory space. Dear students, one important point you have to understand. Interdata type on DOS-based operating system, it takes 2 bytes of memory space. 2 bytes of memory space. What is this bytes? Bytes is a measurement of what? Memory. Bits, bytes, MBs, KBs, GBs. These are all TBs. This is what students knows up to here. After that, what? Atabytes, petabytes, zettabytes, zettabytes. This is also called memory kind of what? Memory kind of what? Measurements. Are you following? So far, you are worrying about what? Bytes and bits and etc. Your hard disk capacity in your laptop is 1 TB, you will say. Correct or not? More than 1 TB is also going to be available for us. Come on, students. Interdata type will take how many bytes on DOS-based operating system? 2 bytes. Come to Unix. In Unix, it is taking what 4 bytes of memory space is taking. It is the minimum knowledge every C language student must have. Observe it. Thus, data type called C is differing from one operating system to what? Another operating system. Come to float also. It will take 4 bytes with 7 decimal places it will take. Float means what? General mathematics 3.14, 22 by 7, pi value 3.147. What this 3 is called? Integer part. What this is called? Decimal part we can call. decimal part. How many decimal places it is taking? 7. If you come to this place, students, it will take 8 bytes with 15 decimal places it will take. 15 decimal places it will take. I hope you are following. What did you understand with these students? This will take 4 bytes. This is taking 8 bytes. This is taking 2 bytes and it is taking 4 bytes. Is it depends on OS or independent from OS? Depends on OS. Hence C++ languages or which languages? Platform dependent. Come to double. If you come to double, it will take 8 bytes with what? 15 decimal places. 15 decimal places. If you come to this place, it will take 16 decimal places with a 30 decimal places it will take. What is again here? Here there is a differing. But when you come to char, it will take 1 byte in all the operating systems it will take. Another except char data type, rest of the data types, if I write further, if I go for it, if it is taking x bytes of memory space here, it is taking what? X plus x bytes of memory space is taking. I hope you are following this. What it indicates now? What is this conclusion indicates? The C language data types differing the memory space from one OS to another OS. This comes under a single point that C language is one of the platform dependent. Same kind of environment can be happening with which language also? C++. It is a minimum table student must know. So C++ languages differing their data type from one OS to, that's why C++ languages are what? Platform dependent. Is it clearer? Well. And this you can find in a simple website also, in a simple textbook also you will find. Are you able to understand? So, and somebody asks you what is the platform dependent property? What do you say? If the data types of the language are differing their memory space from one OS to another OS, that type of language is called what? Platform dependent. Shall we move forward? Come to next which language? So C languages, I'm just writing one conclusion. C language data types takes different memory spaces on different OSs and hence these languages are called what? Platform dependent languages. Platform dependent languages. Did you understand this? Well, come to Java data types. Now I am going to take the data types in Java. Are you following? Well, come to Java data types. I am writing the sum table here. Be careful, students. I am closely coming to the Python. Because if I, after explaining everything, when I come to Python, it will be more easy for you to catch me. Right. In this data types, there are something like this. Look at guys. Here also, same comparison will be there. See here, DOS based operating system, Unix based operating system. You take any sort of OSs, not an issue. I'm going to take something like this. Let's start with the first data type is byte. Under next is called short. Next is called int. Next is called long. Dear students, for learning this Python, I don't want all these basics, but I want to give a solid knowledge at this point of time. For giving some two important sentences, I am explaining everything. That important sentences I require in the entire Python field, Python programming. Because of the two important sentences, I can construct your knowledge like anything. If I don't tell these 2 points, you cannot bring into the level of what? Developer. That's why I'm explaining this entire points in a clear manner. Long. Next is called float. Next is called double. Next is called what you know? Bool. Next is called char. Next is called bool. Not boolean. Bool. The byte data type, be careful students, takes 1 byte. Takes what? 1 byte. In Unix also takes 1 byte. Be careful. The short data type in Java will take 2 bytes on DOS, takes the same 2 bytes in Unix also. It will take what here? 4 bytes on int and 4 bytes on Unix. In C++ languages, int will take 2 bytes and 4 bytes, but in Java, it always takes 4 bytes. Don't think by yourself as a stagnant student. Your C language star says 2 bytes, and don't think that Java also will take 2 bytes. Come out from your academics. Come out of that. Come out from the dark stage of theory life. Long will take what? 8 bytes, and this also will take 8 bytes. Observe it. Float will take 4 bytes with 7 decimal places. And this also will take 4 bytes with what? 7 decimal places. 7 decimal places. Double will take 8 bytes, 8 bytes with 15 decimal places. Next is called what? Here 8 with what? 15 decimal places. And char will take 2 bytes. In Java, it will take 2 bytes. Boolean will take Boolean. Boolean will take 0 bytes. Boolean will take 0 bytes. Very, very important table. Look at that carefully and say to me, what did you understand here? What did you understand here? The Java data types are taking same memory space on all operating system. Hence it is what? Platform independent. So it won't depend on particular OS. You take any OS students, in all the OSs takes what? Same memory space. Hence it is called what? Independent OS or dependent? Independent. That means if I develop my project on Unix based operating system in my company, when I'm installing that project into the client organization on any OS, my application can run without causing OS kind of compatibilities. Did you understand? Suppose if my C project will develop on Unix, if all of a sudden I am developing, I am going to run and install my project on some other OS, definitely it causes what? Compatibility of OS. But when you come to Java, it will not give you such a type of compatibility problems. So Java is which language? Platform independent language. Good. Dear students, these data types, whatever I write it, these 8 data types, I will write one sentence. The above 8 data types, the above 8 data types are already there in the Java language. That's why these languages are called what? Predefined data types we can call. Which data types? Predefined data type. Already they are there. They are called predefined data types. They are also called as a built-in data types, core data types, scalar data types we can call. There are a lot of names are there for that. Are you able to get it? Well, next, what is the limitation of this? Up to here, we understand that all the data types will take what memory space? Same memory space. Hence, these languages are what? Good. Now I am going to write it here. One simple sentence I want to carry forward. Here I am writing Java language data types takes same memory space on different OSs, and the Java language is called platform. Come on, independent platform. Very good. Now I am going to tell the limitation. I am going to tell the limitation. If you carefully follow, online students, careful. How many of you know Java here? Okay. So, don't know? Okay. No problem. Even if you know also, you don't raise the hand. Very nice. So that is called fearing. No problem. Many of them studied already Java. Okay. Even if you don't say, I will come to know. In my thing, lot of techniques are there with me. You know how I will find out. Anybody knows? Don't know? Really? Okay. So MCA student, you are MCA student, you know, I know you studied Java already, but you are not raising the hand. I remembered first day you said you are MCA. Okay, no problem. Sit down. Good boy. No problem. Come to the point. Limitations I'm going to say. Limitation of what? Java. Even though Java is which language? Platform independent language. Please follow me. In byte data type, serious. In byte data type, it takes how much space? 1 byte. That means it will take how many bits? 8 bits only it will take. 1 byte is equal to 8 bits only it will store. Do you think that data is only fit in 8 bits always? No, I have a big number is there. A big number is there. From this end to that end is there. A big number is there. Is this such a big number can accommodate in 1 byte of space? No. So more than 1 byte, where do you store? 1 byte of data stored in where? Okay, you are away from the techniques. Technology, you are away. You are layman. You have internet connection, right? 6 months package is there or not? Some plan is there or not? This MB space, this MB speed and all. If you want more speed, what you will do? More package, more amount and more package will be there. Yes or no? You want to go for recharge your mobile for 3 months. Suppose you want to go for 1 year, what you will do? You will go to next higher package or not? Similarly, I want to store 1 byte of data. Which data type you will take? 1 byte of data. Which data type? I want to store more than 1 byte. Where I will go? Short. More than 2 bytes, I'll go to 4. More than 4 data type, 4 bytes, where do you go? Long. Now my question is, hold on. Don't enjoy the class. More than 8 bytes, where I go? More than 8 bytes, where I will go? Java now. To tell the students nowadays, it's very difficult. Because they don't know anything and they will speak something. More than 1 byte, go to where? 2. More than 2, go to where? 4. More than 4, where I will go? 8. More than 8 bytes, I want to store. Which data type we will take? Double is going to be what, my dear student? 8. With what? 15. Okay. For example, I want to store 60 bytes of data. Where do you go? With 1000 decimal places, I will go. Where do you go? Come on. This is my question. If anybody is learning Java, you ask any Java person, ask this and come. You take any person, 1 week time you take and ask this question to anybody. You search in internet also and come after 1 week. 15 days you take it. If you want to take 1 month also, you take it. Take this question, ask anybody. I want to store 60 bytes of data using these data types. How can I achieve it? As on today, dear students, sensors data we are storing. We are storing what? Satellites data also we are storing. That is the technology is going on. To store such type of satellites and sensors data, is this data types are useful to you? No. These are storing such a small amount of data using these bytes of space. So, these data types are not able to store large volume of data. Are you able to follow? The above data types, I am writing very soon. I am coming to where? Python. The predefined data types, allows us to store only what values? Limited range in size. Limited range in size. Limited range in size. That is 1 byte, 2 bytes, 3 bytes, 4 bytes, etc. I am unable to store what? 60 bytes of data I cannot store using this. Sir, how can I store in the Java programming? So, this is number one. Moreover, I will show you one example also in Java. I want to show you that because I am going to Python also. Python practical life I want to show you. Come to the point of it. Now I am going to where? Go to the place. I am showing one Java example for you. Because C example I can show, but why to go to the 1947 kind of thing? Go to this place, program files here. I'll go to C here, program files here, Java is here. It's my original field. I came from Java field to this Python. Go to bin field, bin, there is a J shell. There is a new facility called J shell. You go to that place and try to observe it. This you observe it, carefully follow. Now I am taking int A is equal to 99. It is 99 is printed. A is equal to what? 999. It is also getting printed. A is equal to what? 9999, something like a bigger value I extended. See the error. Please read that. Integer number is too large. So that means the space which is given by the predefined data types are unable to store this number. Are you able to follow? That means int data type can store the capacity of how many bytes? 4 bytes. 4 bytes means what? 32 bits of data only it can store. And it cannot store more than this capacity. Definitely this number is more than the capacity of what? 4 bytes. That's why you are getting an error called what? Error. In Java, I am unable to store bigger amount of data. Are you getting me? Moreover, you have to conclude it. Java is a platform independent language, no doubt in that. But Java allows what values? Smaller in values only. But and one more kind of thing, this is number one limitation. Number two limitation I am going to say. Why Python is great? That's why I want to explain this. Directly Python explaining, if you will go for an interview in bigger companies, you will get this type of explanation is required. Practical proof is required. A plus B whole square formula everybody knows. But who knows that formula? That is an important. They will select that only. Industry is not a joke. What you are expecting it. So next is called what? These data types, the above data types can store which values can store? Single value only can store. Single value only can store. Go back to my Java environment. Go to the Java environment. There I am going to take up. If you are unable to see this properly, 1 minute ma, I'll try to run like this. More clearly, I will show you. More clearly, I will show you. This is, I will show you like this. Int A is equal to, once again, I will show you. A is equal to 999 also valid. A is equal to 99999 like this. It is called what? See, such a smaller number also, it is too large. If you say my Java allows only this much, such a big language, if you say only this much allowed, interviewer cannot make you to enter into the company also. Are you able to get it? Moreover, this is one problem. You may have a doubt. Sir, is Python allows? That I am going to show. That is what is the greatness of the Python I am going to show. A few minutes you have to wait. A is equal to int is a data type. It allows us to store only one value, that too smaller in value. But my requirement today is what? 10. I want to store RS. I want to store some 34.56. Multiple values I am decided to store it in A. That also not possible. It is also called what? Error. That means the Java language is allowing to store what values? Single value. The above data types can store which value? But not which values? Multiple values. Sir, how can I overcome this problem? First problem you cannot overcome at all. That is a fixed. Second problem, which is a severe problem, that can be overcome by, this problem can be solved. This problem can be solved in Java by using classes and objects that are called what? By using programmer defined data types. In your colleges, they will say user defined data types. User defined data type. That concept is called what? Classes and object. And if you hold on, I will remove that and I want to go for which data types? You please spell out once. Programmer defined data types. Why I am going for programmer defined data type? To store which values? To store single values, which data types I will take? That too, it has what restriction? Range restriction. 2 bytes, 4 bytes, that restriction is there. When I go to the programmer defined data types, I can go for storing which values? Multiple values. But all these values are what here? Platform dependent. With this range, they are platform dependent. Are you getting me? With this range, they are platform dependent. No doubt in that. They are going to store small in range, but those values are fixed on all operating system. But my requirement is to store what values? Which data type I will take? Programmer defined data type. To develop programmer defined data type, today I am using what? Class and object. For a few minutes, if you wait, what is a class? What is an object? I'll give complete clarity for you. And this is not an academic to rush over everything in single minute. After academic, what is happening 21 years, you already know better than me. Right? I don't want to disclose once again those points. So I will tell you after 2 minutes what is class and object. Let me show you here. Java programming is having two things. One is called what? Single value storage. Single value storage. Single value storage. This is a critical point everybody has to understand. Second one is called what? Multiple values storage. Multiple values storage. This is a little complexity to get me. Of course, you need to have patience to listen it. Single value storage can be done by which data types? Predefined data types. Predefined data types. This is called predefined data types. Already I said to you, predefined data types. And unable to store what? Multiple value storage is unable to do. To do this multiple value storage, which data type I need to go? Predefined, programmer defined data types. To define the programmer defined data types, I need to come to what concept? Object concept need to come. Here, the first and foremost important thing you to need to understand, what is an object? I want to tell you a simple awareness. Simple awareness. First purpose is what? Purpose of object is to store multiple values. Object is coming into picture. Almost all the languages in the software industry are what? Object oriented programming languages. Sir, what is the speciality of object? I will explain in my classes. Already, whoops, in yesterday's class, I shown how much content I am explaining. This object, if you remember, the speciality of object is what? To store n number of values. This is called which approach? Non-object approach. Which approach this is? Non-object approach stores what value? Single value. Object approach stores what values? Multiple values. You take an example. You want to go to a college. In your college, what you need to take? First period book, second period book, all the books, your mobile and your carriage box, all these boxes you need to take. These are all called value 1, value 2, value 3. How you will take all these values? By keeping in the bag or not? This bag is known as what here? Inside the object, what are present? Multiple values are present. What is the beauty of object? All of you tell me. Why object orientation is required? To store more number of values. That's why I'll prefer to go for what? Object storage. Non-object storage allows us to store what value? Single value. 2 points. Object storage, non-object storage. Non-object storage stores what value? Single value. Object storage stores what value? When you go to the shop, you'll buy a lot of items. Are you keeping in one bag or not? What that bag is called? Object. Object. Inside the object, what are present? Yes. So what is the use of objects? To store multiple values. Such a type of multiple values I cannot store by using what? The example I shown you just now. Is it an error or not? How can I achieve in Java? Now I am going to show. Did you understand the word called object and non-object? Right? I'll speak to online students. Online students, are able to get my point? Are able to get my points up to here? Please respond it. Then I will continue it after speaking something with you. Okay. Let me move to the further. Let's come back. New. Go to where? Java. Go to Java. I'm writing some small code using Java. No need to worry about Java because I have to show to practically to you. Go to Java. Now I am writing. Be careful. Silence. Listen, sit properly. In my class, all those college activities not possible. Coming here for learning the subject. Otherwise, you'll go to your old batch. Already you requested me to come to my batch. I allowed you. Otherwise, you'll go to your old batch. Listen. Now go to the plant. Now I am defining OBJ demo. OBJ demo. OBJ demo. I am writing here OBJ demo. Now I am writing. Don't try to understand the Java code. See the output of it. If you start learning Java, it will be difficult for you. So, class, student, already you learned 6 months in your colleges already. After 6 months after learning, after that, if I conduct 150 marks test with fill in the blanks, big zero will come. Right. Now come to the point. Class student. What is a student? Class. Spell out. What is class? Don't worry. Within few minutes you will understand. Now time is 7:18. 7:30 will be perfect in my class. Very perfect. Keep that confidence. Int SNO. What I decided to keep number of the student. Next time writing string name of the student. And next time taking what float marks. Float what? Marks. Good. Now, generally, student will think that they know C language. But in my view, you don't know C language basics also. Look at 10.75. Which data type it is? Come on. Float. That is a blunder. You will really wonder, sir, what sir? My sir said like this only. Yes, this is a blunder. It is called a double. It is called a double. Sir, go once to Java or C language. After going to home, you write it. Now I am writing, you see, float x is equal to 12.34. Incompatible types you'll get. This is an open secret. See that. Please read out. Read out. Error. What is this now? Incompatible types. Possible lossy conversion from where? Double to what? Float. It is an error. But everybody said what? Float. But what you went off? Out. Are you getting your open secret number one? Right. Now, how to come out of that? That's why any teacher says something, you ask them, show practically in the class. If you learn blind education, nothing is there, students. How do you write it, students? F, you need to write F. After the decimal value, you have to write the letter called F that indicates what? Float. That is called a perfect output will come. When you go to double y is equal to what? 23.45. Nothing to write it. This is called a perfect. It is called a double. Tell me, 12.45 F is called what? Float. 13.69 is called what? That is the subject. What do you understand earlier? Reverse. Reverse is completely wrong. Reverse is also one time it is better, but completely out. No problem. Come on now. What this is called now? What this is called? End of what? Class. What is the class? Least bother. For a few minutes, least bother. See students, student S is equal to, student S is equal to new student. Certain code I am writing. It will give you bouncing for you, but there is no way for me. I have to show you the code. S dot what? SNO is equal to 100. S dot name is equal to something like RS. Next time writing S dot marks is equal to what? Marks is equal to some 34.56 F I need to write. F without F. Compulsory I need to write F. Now I will write system dot out dot println. You used to butify this statement in your college. Person like me asking what is system? Your system will be over. What is out? Don't know. What is println? Don't know. What is the relation between all these things? Completely out of order. That is your academics. So, S dot SNO plus some space, S dot name, S dot name. What I am writing, least bother for a few minutes. For a few minutes. Within 7:30, you will be perfect. S dot what? Marks. S dot marks. No doubt in that. It is little complex for you, but see the output. Within few minutes, you will become perfect. I will save this program. I will save this program into my place. 6 o'clock features. In this place, I am saving my Java program. objdemo.java. You go to the command prompt once. I'm going to the command prompt once. You don't least bother about what I'm doing in the class. So go to this place. Now I'm going to say E colon, KVR Python here, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. There I am under the folder called features. Try to run your Java program. Obj demo.java. It is compiled it. Java here, and you say obj demo and you run this code. Now I'm getting what? All three values are coming. All three values are stored in which place? Yes. That S is containing multiple values I'm going to store inside of that. How many values I'm able to store? If you take a small analogy here, int A allows us to store what value? Single value. Unable to store what value? But this S is containing how many values, students? Three values are there. This S is called what here? Object. Behind of object, who is there? Class is there. I'll tell you what is the class and object within few minutes. 7:30 will be all right. Now go to how many values are placing? Three values. Now, careful. I want to place fourth value also. How many values you mentioned here? I am trying to place one dynamic value. I am going to place C dot what? C name I am writing. C name, college name. I am writing OUCET. OUCET. Some college name I am writing it. Actually, this is C name is not there inside of which class? You have designed your class with how many? I placed how many values? 3. That is okay. But I'm extra trying to place dynamically one more value. Will it allow or not? It won't allow. It will give you error. Compile your program, error. Please read out. Cannot find the symbol C name. Variable name C name is not there. Don't worry, variable name and everything. I'll explain it. Are you able to follow? What did you understand? Objects of Java are platform independent. Because they're into float, everything will take what? Same memory space. But that objects will store how many values? Unable to store what value? Extra value. Objects are size restricted, values restricted. How many values restricted here? 3. Only 3 values are allowed, and more than 3 not allowed. If I want to allow the fourth one, extra programming is required. What is that now? C name I have to add to my class. Then you print this data here. You print this data here. Don't worry about the Java programming. I'm just showing the practical mind for you here. Plus what? S dot what? C name. You execute your program now. See that. Done. Execute your program. Fourth value also got it. I want to add it. S dot one more value called city. I'm writing HYD. Allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. So Java objects are what? Allows multiple values, but they are size restricted. Values restricted. 3 means 3, 4 means 4, 5 means 5. Can I put more than 5? No. So Java data types, predefined data types are having same data type on all operating system, platform independent. Stores what value? Single value. Unable to store what? More than one value. How do you overcome in Java? Objects. Java objects will store how many values? Multiple values. Can I store more than what you specified? No. Java objects are what? Size restricted, value restricted. But Java objects run on every OS or not? Yes, because the data types will take what space? Same space. Come on, fast. C language data types, C++ data types are size variants. They are purely platform dependent. Java predefined data types will take same memory space on every OS. They are called platform independent. But stores what value? Single value. Unable to store multiple values. To store multiple values in Java, what I will use? Objects. Objects can store more than one value, but they are called what? Size restricted. 3 means 3, 4 means 4. If I specify 3, can I store fourth value? So that is nothing but Java object drawback is what? They are size restricted. Now I want what? Java beauty plus unlimited. What is it? Platform independent plus unlimited data I want to store. That is called Python. So which object can store unlimited data? Python. So you need predefined data types, you need objects, not getting. Again, playback. Go back. Java data type stores what value? Single value. That too restricted. What I need? I want to store any bigger value. Who will store any bigger value? Objects. Beautiful. What I need? Objects are predefined data types. That too predefined data type stores what value? Single value. That too what? Size restricted. I want more number of values in Java. What? Object. Objects can store more number of values. But what? Good. What you are expecting in software industry now? More number of values, more amount of values, more number of values, more amount of space, unlimited space. I want to get it. That is called Python. Are you getting? So in Python, what are not there? Data types of predefined data types are not there. In Python, everything is what? Your brain is totally different. In Java, that is what I am explaining this. You have to catch it. Only this batch only not getting it. In Java, predefined data type stores what values? Small values. Size, space restricted. 2 means 2 bytes means 2 bytes, 4 bytes means 4 bytes. What I am expecting? I am expecting for 4 values or 5 values or lakhs of values or any amount of values I don't want. Who will store such type of unlimited data? Objects. Total all international standards. International batch. Idanta mottam. Total international batch. No basics. All predefined data types in Java takes what values? Single value. That to what? Space restricted. Chupichanu kada already. That I shown you already in this place. I shown you what? 9999 what? Too large cannot store. Smaller values can store. I want to store what? Big amount of data. Who will store large amount of data? Object. Who will store small data? Predefined. In Python stores what value? Any amount of data. So Python contains only object. Python does not contain what? Yes. Python, everything in Python is what? Why objects they used? They don't restricted on space. They don't restricted on size. No size restriction, no space restriction. That is called what? That's why Python is used in robotics designing for storing unlimited amount of data like sensors data, like satellites data. Everything can be stored. Where is the data can be stored? Unlimited. Python. Are you following? So Java storage, C language storage, Python storage. C language storage is what? Lesser and size restricted. Java storage is single storage and space restricted. Java object storage is multiple, but limited size. But when you come to Python is what? Everything large amount of data. Large amount of data means it depends on OS, independent to OS. That means on any of the operating system, it takes unlimited amount of data. So in Python, everything stored in the form of what? Objects. Objects data is unlimited. Objects data is what? Unlimited. Let's go to the Python here. Now I'm coming to the Python. So Python 3.12. Already you know 3.12, how to go to it. Let's start here. Now I'm going to start here. Python 3.12. For more clarity of yours, go to this place. Python 3.12 version, I am showing that. Look at a is equal to 10. Such a small value. Print of a value. A is equal to 9999. Print of a stored. A is equal to what? 99999. Print of a. Printed or not? A is equal to what? Here you see. These are all called, when you go to an interview, you have to tell everything. How to tell this 1.5 hours in 2 minutes, sir? I'll say, see how many values are there. Print this data. What is this now? Everything printed or not? Is it giving anything in Java? C language? No. Sir, what is this A? What is A? Object. Behind of every object, who is there? Class. Sir, printer. Print A comma type of A. Don't worry about that instructions, my dear student. What is int? What is A? That's all. In Python, everything is what? Object. Behind object, who is there? Class. Come on, look at. A is equal to what? I will go for one more thing. Okay, up to here, I hope you are getting it. One more thing. A is equal to 10 comma rs comma what? I will take it OUCET comma 45.67. Print of what? A. It is allowed or not? But in the case of Java, what is giving error or not? Here, error is there. But in Python, everything stored or not? Yes. Go to one more example. This is Java code. Go to the Python code also, I will write it. This type of knowledge you have to explain. Class called what? Student. Say pass. Don't worry about the pass. S is equal to what? Student. S dot SNO is equal to 10. S dot S name is equal to RS. S dot what C name is equal to. S dot marks is equal to. S dot marks is equal to 45.67. Print of S dot SNO comma S dot what you know. S dot what you know S name comma S dot what you know marks. You try to run the students. Go to that. I'm going to take same thing. Python object obj demo.py. So see this now. Come out of that. Execute your Python program now. See here. Py. See the answer now. Got it. Python environment. Here I am using py. Java. See, Java is Java related. Go to that. Go to your Python instruction once. Don't feel that I'm explaining first. I'll explain all these things from the 0 level. 0 level means I'll take your hand, slate, pencil, slate. I'll make you to write like this. Very soon. This I'm showing the features level. First, you need to get the theme of my class. S dot what next? C name is equal to what? OUCET. Print the data once again here. See that. Is it having any size restriction? No. Please execute. Go to this place. Execute. What is this now? Yeah. What is not printed? Added. S dot what? Come on. C name. C name. You execute it. Go to this place. Done. OUCET added or not? Is it size restricted or unlimited data now? Yes, city is equal to HYD. City. S dot DOB is equal to what? Something like 14, 14, 12 and 20, 23, 20, 23. Print of this S name. Print of this C name. S dot what now? City, comma, S dot what? DOB. You execute it and see these answers now. See this. Getting or not? Is it size restricted or unlimited? Now, have a conclusion. Java storage, C language storage, Python storage. C storage is what? Size restricted, varying from one OS to another OS. E is called what? Platform dependent. Come to Java. Java data types are predefined. They are platform independent. Stores what value? Single value. Not able to store multiple values of different type or same type. To store multiple values of different type, I'll go for what? Objects. Objects contains what? Stores multiple values, but they are number restricted, size restricted. Getting or not? 3 means 3, 4 means 4. I want to store 10. Possible? Then Java objects are okay, platform dependent, but they are restricted. To store unlimited number of values, whatever I like it, which is the best storage. Python. In Python, everything stored in the form of what? Object. Did you understand? I want to tell you, Python objects are dependent to OS, independent to OS. That's why Python is which language? Platform independent language. To tell you this much of story is required. Did you understand? This type of deep knowledge is required. Moreover, sir, what is a class and what is an object? I just want to go for it. Already you know class and object. Actually, when I go to my place, technically speaking, I have a big discussion about what? If I have a big discussion about what you know, oops. In that oops, class is there. In the class, you see how many examples, practical examples. What is the class notes? You see classes. Syntax for defining a class, you see how much big discussion is there about the class. This is a technical discussion. Today, if I explain everything for you, you will get bigger bouncing, you will get it. Today, I want to tell you about what is a class and what is an object. Awareness I want to provide. That awareness will be continued throughout my entire class. Let us move to the awareness about the class. See, that awareness itself will make you jump in the subject. Look at. Now I am asking a question. Please answer my question. How do you to construct a house? Now I am asking a question. To construct a house, what you need? Don't tell that I need money, sir, I need land, sir, and etc. You have a land is there, you have money is there. To construct a house, what is required? Come on. Very good. Plan is required or not? You have land is there, your money is there. What do you need now? Plan. Very good. This plan you will contact to whom? You will contact one architect, and you are giving your land measurements, and this is your land measurements. You are saying that this is your land measurements, and he is building, is seeing your things, and he is saying to you, okay, you are telling your taste of it, how you want, and you will go for this is called one type of what? Bed one, and this you are going to take bed two, and you are going to take something like, this is called something like a kitchen, and your open kitchen, and this is called your puja, and you are going to take it, and this is called your hall, and this is called dining, and like this, and this is called your corridor. Like this you are going to have it. This is called your corridor, and to move around, and this is called something like your plan. It is build upon, right? Don't take the pick of it, just writing like this. Fine. Now this is called something like this, available like this. Done. After that, you liked it. They are giving the dimensions also. They are giving the dimensions also, students. They are giving dimensions also. This much is this side, this room is this side, everything sizes are given. After that, you see that house, and you will felt that very happy. By seeing that house, you felt happy. Doors are kept here, windows are kept here, everything is main door here, and all these things are kept here. All specifications are given here. Everything, you impressed a lot about your plan. By seeing the plan, you impressed it. You are in dream. But will you live in that? Respond, students. So it is called what? Virtual or physical? Virtual. It is called imagination of the architect. Keep it on the paper, right or not? That type of plan you will give to the builder. The builder will construct it after 1 year exactly like that or not? So he constructed a house exactly like that, and he named it as what? X house. You will write your own favorite word on your top of your house. So this is called your X house. This is called what, ma? This is called what here? Plan. Plan is nothing but what? Specification of the house. Specification of your house. Yes or no? Tell me, where are you living? Are you living in X house or you are living in specification? This is, you are storing your books, household items. Where are you storing? In X. This is called what? Object. What is this is called? Class. To create this house, what you need? Plan. So plan first, implementation of plan first, plan first. Later what? Implement. Implementation of the class is called what? Where you can store the data. Tell me now. Object. To create an object, what is required? Class. Class first, object first. Now come back to this now. Come back to this Python once. Now I am writing A is equal to 100. What is A? Beautiful. Behind object, who is there? Come on. To print the data type of that, what is this int? Class. What is A? Good. A is equal to 999999. Then print that A. What is that A? Of which type? Since it is an object, it can store what data? Unlimited amount of data. In Java, it is called what? Error. Because it has what? Size restricted. So who is having higher storage to store? Python. That's why data science storage is very high. Which programming language can cater the needs of data science applications? Python only. Did you understand this? Good. So who will take the memory space? Who will take the memory space? Object. Who will not take the memory space? Class. Where are you living in house? That is called object. To create, to live in the house, plan is required or not? Yes. Now, Hyundai, Honda, Maruti want to design the car, to release the car. They will go for the model or not? That model is called what? That implementation of the model is what? Good. Shall I ask one question? Did you have the awareness about class and object? See my Java code once. See my Java code once. What is student? It is a specification. This is called storage or not? What is my Python code you see? What is student is called? What is S is called? Where are you storing the data? Object. To store the data, what you need? Object. Behind object, who is there? Class first or object first? Class. So whenever I design my application first, what should I write it? Class. Later I will create what? Good. Class is called what? Virtual. And object is called physical. Where do you store the data? What is the specialty of the object? Stores unlimited amount of data. Is it a great concept or not? Yes. Moreover, now I want to test your knowledge whether you understand or not. Who are you? Hmm? Who are you? Hmm? Who are you? Object. How you are an object? Because we arranged some chairs to sit in that or not. So you are called what? Object. Behind what is your class? Student. Your type is student. Who are you? Object. Who is your type? Student. Student. Student is what? Class. Types of students are what? Objects. Student is what? Class. Types of students are what? Who am I? Object. Of which type? Teacher. Teacher. What is teacher? Class. Types of teachers. Object. In your colleges, what is bus? Are the blunder? Whatever you learned in your colleges, blunder. Bus is what? Class. Types of buses are what? Objects. Red bus, green bus, that bus, this bus are called what? Objects. Bus is what? Class. What you are written exams? Object, bus, etc. If I correct the paper, tear it and put it in dustbin. Waste. If you go to real time, it is different. What they explained is blunder. Keep in mind. What is car? Class. Types of cars. Are you parking type of car or car? Type of car. All gully knowledge. Type of car or car? Type of car. Type of car is called physically touch and feel. That is called way of parking. You need a space. You need to space to create for object. Behind object, who is there? Class is there. Did you understand? Right. What is aeroplane? Class. Types of aeroplanes. These questions nobody will ask in interviews. They will ask something. This is for awareness purpose I am giving. Don't think that I know this. I will do something in the interviews. Never happens. They won't ask these questions. They will ask different questions. I shown you my concept now. This is for awareness purpose. Right or not? Right. Last and final. Last and final. Bottle. Class. Types of bottles. Right. One interesting question. Definitely you will answer wrong. Compulsory you'll answer wrong. Ready to answer wrong? Yes, sir. Don't know anything. Your mobile. Wrong answer. Object. Object. You are having in the hand. It is taking some space. So total wrong knowledge. You don't know that. Your mobile. Mobile is what? Class. Types of mobiles. Samsung, Nokia, iPhone, etc. They are called types of mobile. Mobile. Types of. When you go to a mobile shop, you'll ask show mobile. Mobile they will show. What they are showing. You are saying wrong. They are doing wrong. Type of mobiles are called objects. Mobile is called what? Class. Clarity is there. But you answered wrong. So my concept you need to understand. Last and final. Computer. Class. Types of computers. Chair. Types of chairs. Remote. Types of remotes. Black dog. Object of type dog. Object of type dog. Brown dog, red dog, green dog. Like the dogs types are there or not? Last and final. Animal. Class. Types of animals. Tiger. object of type animal. Are you getting this clarity? So while going to the class, while after the class, you ask your friend what is an object, what is a class. Class first, object first. With the class, what you will create? Object can store what data? Unlimited amount of data. So Python objects, Java objects, C language non-objects. Who is storing what data? Python stores large amount of data. That is what I need in modern technologies or not. And these Python object doesn't take this 2 bytes, 3 bytes, etc. These bytes of space is called unlimited on any OS. That's why Python objects are platform independent. Did you understand the meaning? Java platform independent is more of Python platform independent is more of Python platform independent is more. Did you understand these points? Good. So you will forget tomorrow. Who are you? Objects. Students, objects of which type? Student type. So class and then object, this awareness is required. Okay. So now time is 7:48. I think online students, maybe they are also responding. Right. Mawuk. Right. Good. So like this, plan, design, etc. Good. Nice. Did you understand today's class, students in the online? Students in the online, did you understand? Come on, quickly. Nice. Nice, students. Good. So students here, offline students sitting in front of me. Online students is more than 220, 280 students are there because of feeling hungry. They already left. Are you following this? So more two batches, if we combine together, more than 550 students will be there. What logical, virtually they are present. You are sitting in front of me. And all the students must carefully need to respond it. Are you understanding today's lecture? Beginning tension is there. Now at the end of the class, what do you got it? Non-object approach, object approach, which is having higher storage. Object approach. Python allows only to store the data in the form of only objects. So who is having higher capacities to store? Python objects. Python objects. What is that? Objects. So I'll stop my class. Tomorrow I will go for the next feature called what? Dynamically typed and interpreted. I will explain the two more. Tomorrow I will tell you internally how Python program executes with objects. I will explain tomorrow class. Thank you. All the best. Sujata. Students in online. Sujata. Right. VK. Sujata, speak ma. Okay. VK.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Sir, two generic questions, sir. The first one is, you said it will take 3 months of time to complete, right? So, is it till February or March, sir, this course?
See, because it's too early to discuss about the exact. Maybe it will take January because it's coming to almost middle of it. Take in the March ending or March middle because we are discussing the new concepts and more programming things we are discussing now.
Yes,
That's
yes.
why. See, for example, platform independent is there. I can wind up within few minutes, but by explaining all these things, it will take more time or not.
Yeah, yeah.
This is most important because such a deep knowledge is required with coding levels.
Exactly.
So that's why.
Sir, the second question is, for the you said like the recordings will not be provided.
Yeah, recordings will not be given.
Yeah. So is it also for 2, 3, 4, 5 modules, sir, or only for first module? Like
For my batches, whatever the module I explained, there is no recordings will be given.
okay. And sir, the third technical question is,
Hmm.
In the C++, you explained the input values, right? The memory allocations.
Hmm.
For the Boolean, there's 0 byte. So I'm
Boolean is not there. Bool is not there in C language.
I think
Boolean is not there. In Turbo C, it is not there. Borland C language, it is there.
okay. So my question is, without allocating the memory, that will work, sir? Like 0 bytes, you said, right?
For what?
For the Boolean, I think.
Boolean values can be taken as non-zero. Non-zero is called true in C language. Zero is called false. Non-zero and zero are called what, or Boolean values, or integer values will be taken. Non-zero is called integer. Zero is called integer. It will take integer space only.
Okay. Sir, these are the questions, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. Lokesh.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Lokesh. Did you understand today?
Yes, perfect. It was. Thank you.
Okay.
So the previous question, where you said it's going to take integer values for bool, so integer is still going to accumulate some space, right? So it's going to still consume some bytes. Perfect. Okay. So technically, bool will have some space allocation.
Yes. So if you come to Python, it takes bool. It will take negligible amount of space. That is on and off state. 1 bit only it will take.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. And I had other questions, sir. Can we get back to that Python example of class and objects? Okay. So here, going by what I understood of today's class, a class is nothing but a architecture or a plan available for object to be
created,
formed or created, right? Now, that totally makes sense until line number 7 in the example here, because we're defining all those 3 serial number, name, and marks. We're defining in the class.
This is class. Right? With respect to class, we are creating an object. In the object, we are placing the values. Line number 1 makes to create a class. Line number 4, creating an object and placing the values in the object.
Okay. So I think this is the major difference between Java and Python, right? In Java, a class will have a definite set of values or placeholders, but in Python, that's not the case.
That's not the. We can define here also, but that's what I said. In detail, I will go in detail. I shown you the syntax now.
Yes.
That part I will take care.
Perfect. And I was just checking as and when you were explaining this, I was checking type of A at the end of line 13. It showed up as class tuple. Tuple is basically
this
table,
one
right?
you are checking here. I hope so.
Yes.
This is tuple. Tuple is a data type in Python. That I will explain in detail. See where I am explaining tuple. Just to look at in our concept, in our classes, data types. I'll discuss in detail everything. I will explain. You look at here. Tuple is there. Here tuple is there.
Okay.
This is a tuple. I'm explaining properties of tuple, types of tuples, memory management of tuple, predefined functions in tuple, nested or inner tuples, combination of list and tuple, examples. See that? How many examples?
Okay. I mean,
and moreover, one more. Predefined functions in tuple. Libraries also I'm going to discuss. What are the things are available? These are all the things. Okay.
Perfect. Just one clarification I might need, not right away. So I'm trying to correlate these tuples with arrays and vectors.
I will explain them.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Fine.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.
Good day. Next student is another student. 1 minute. Okay, bye. Yeah, Amit Kumar.
Hello, sir.
Amit, please.
Hello, sir. Sir, So this is the Python class. So same way, the other classes also it will be like a Django and those things.
See, Amit, I will tell you one thing. As far as my classes is concerned, I'll explain in deep of it everything perfectly. I don't know about other classes.
Okay.
So how they can explain, because it differs from faculty to faculty, no?
Okay.
So hope for the best. So you attend their classes, see the demos, and then do that.
Yeah. And second thing is that can I get the topics? Suppose in Python, what are the topics we
You
are
contact to
covering?
admin you contact, he will give you.
I contacted the admin, but he's giving only for just one template, and there it is written Python.
No problem, Amit.
Django.
Don't worry. I'll explain so much of big content for you. Nothing to worry about it. I said, my content is 60% more than every person content. You take everywhere else content of Python. Everywhere, not only in India, everywhere else you take it and see my content and then just decide. Okay, Amit? Amit? I hope, Amit? Yeah, I'm not able to get him. Mahbub Basha.
Yeah, hi sir, good evening.
Good
I have
evening.
just one question. So the second module, so when is your next batch is going to start so that I can just...
That you contact the admin. Admins can take care of that.
Your class, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And one more, sir. So can we go for parallelly?
No
This
problem.
first module and second module?
First module, second module, parallelly you can learn it. No issue.
Because so there is no any relation, right?
No
It's
relation.
different.
See, one thing, my dear student, all the students I'm saying, if the teacher says much perfectly, any of the module you can understand well. This is only the simple indication you have to remember. Simple indication.
Okay. Fine, sir. Okay.
Yes
Thank
or
you,
no? Mahbashi, is it correct or not?
Yes, that's
a universal fact.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Right. Next, Kumar.
సార్
Kumar, tell me.
డిఓఎస్ లైనక్స్ అని చెప్పారు కదా సార్, ఒకసారి అది ఓపెన్ చేయండి సార్. అంటే డిఓఎస్ లైనక్స్ యూనిక్స్ అంటే ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్ కదా సార్?
This one,
అంటే చెప్పండి సార్. అప్పుడు నాకు ఇంటర్నెట్ కనెక్షన్ కొంచెం ఆగిపోయింది సార్. అంటే డిఓఎస్ యూనిక్స్ అంటే ఏంటి సార్?
It is a Windows based OS. ఇది ఆపరేటింగ్, ఒక టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్. ఇది కూడా ఒక ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్.
అంటే సాఫ్ట్వేర్ లా వేసుకోవాలి సార్ మనం?
అంతే, ఇట్స్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్.
ఓకే సార్. అంటే విండోస్ లో కూడా అవుతుంది, రెండు యూనిక్స్ కూడా?
Yes. This is separate OS. This is a separate OS. Different OSs comparison I am giving here. Okay.
Yes. Okay, sir.
Right. Next, Shiv. 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 Amit Kumar. Amit Kumar. Amit Kumar. So I'm not able to get him. Yes, Shiva or something, Shiv, SHIV. Shiv, SHIV. Okay, students, I hope no more doubts are there now. I'll log out and I'll give you and the content, and tomorrow I'll go for continuation of the dynamically typed and interpreted. I will move to further. Thank you, students. All the best.